Hoggies inder yap too.
Welcome back. Hope you had a lovely time in their summer. Inder heart inder wave.
Hello? Hello? What's up, everyone?
Hello, stranger. In
Thank you guys all for the subs. Welcome back. I feel like you guys are welcoming me back, but I have to welcome you guys back. Also, I scammed myself on the membership. I missed a couple days of the gemmies. Oh well. I'm not renewing it anyways. Haha. Doji Bong, thank you for the prime. Yeah. Nerdo McWeirdo for the tier 1 membership on YouTube. Palace came in with the gifted. Thank you. Felipe with the 5 gifted memberships. Vaporeon, Pikasaur, Meta, all with the resubs. Meta with the tier 3. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, guys. I'm still a little bit sick, so if I sound nasally, I'm sorry. I'm not sick anymore. I'm like recovering from being sick, you know? Am I muted? No, right? Okay. Imagine I was muted. The decoration makes it look like I'm wearing a headband. Wearing a headband. We can hear you. I sound normal? Okay, cool. I'm definitely a lot better. Like I probably, guys, I probably had COVID in Hawaii, okay? Let's be real. I probably got COVID. Because I had the thing where my nose is running, I was coughing, I had the chills, you know, I felt weak, arms weak, knees were sweaty. I did, yeah, and then Palace also tested positive for COVID after. So I didn't test. You know, you can't fail a test if you don't take it. But she got COVID. It would be my second time getting COVID. Last time I got it was exactly a year ago in Japan. Inner Thunder, welcome back. Thank you for the time. Yeah, I don't know. But honestly, like, I think I just don't deal well with like a lot of heat, especially with like hot and then cold, you know, like Katy Perry style. If I go hot and then cold and then yes and then no, it's not great. This thing got buffed, right? Let's play this. Can't fail a test if you don't take it. That's some lifelong advice right there. They give out COVID at Worlds confirmed. True. They actually do that. They actually walk around and they're like, anyone want COVID? I'm back. Everyone's sick again? Yeah, a lot of people got sick, guys. You didn't get COVID after NAIC, but definitely sick? Yeah, I didn't get sick after NAIC. I didn't spend a lot of time there, to be fair, but yeah. True. I gotta get COVID next year Worlds to say I got the 3-peat. Oh, my Gudra has Razor Claw Drain Crown. Why did I accept COVID? I was just spamming A and then I got it. Oops. I failed my English exam because I was sick and didn't take it. That's not... That's wrong. You should ask for a refund on that one. Oh my god, I love Pokemon Unite. Guys, I actually haven't played. No, that's not true. I did play at Worlds. So there was a side event at Worlds where you could sign up as like 5, as like a team basically. And you would play like 3 rounds and the team that did the best would get a Worlds jersey. Like each player would get a Worlds jersey and a bunch of prize tickets to use at the prize wall. And the prize wall had a promo card on it. So like very, very good. And we signed up. I don't know if you guys saw my tweet or for those of you guys that are on Twitter, but we signed up. Our team was me, Toon, Zug, Otter, Bruv. And we played against some good teams. Like we played against all of E7, like E7's full Worlds roster. Obviously we won. And I got the jersey. Yeah, Palace was in it. He was on a team with Slash. Where was Lutano? I think Lutano was resting or something. It was like the day after, it was the day after Worlds. We would have played with him probably if he was there. We just made a team with whoever was there. We all, okay. May, thank you for the tier 1 sub. World champion in your hearts.
Welcome back, world
Yeah,
champion.
basically, yeah,
in
basically.
Our hearts, in der heat.
The first team we played was a bunch of like 7 to 11-year-olds. They were all like the juniors and seniors TCG goats. Like they were saying like, oh, I won this regional, I won this regional, I was top 8 at Worlds. But they were all kids. And they had no idea what was going on in Unite, and we smacked them. Like, we drafted bad stuff to make it a little funny. Like, we only drafted Pokemon that weren't drafted at Worlds. So we had like Wiggly, A9, like not great Pokemon. But like, you know, it was like their first time playing Pokemon Unite. To be honest, though, for little kids, they were all good sports. They were all laughing. They all thought it was funny. But like, you know, like we weren't gonna hold, like, what if they were just secretly cracked? Like, we had to make sure we won. Yeah, there was a couple kids that didn't know how to hold the controller. Like, their hands weren't big enough for the pro controllers. But they're gamers, okay? They win TCG events all the time. This guy's got the fulcrum. Where are you going, fulcrum? Why is my antenna scared, bro? I have no fear, brother. He's simply a bird, brother. Do not be afraid of birds. Why is my team so afraid? It's just bird and a guy. Don't be afraid of bird and guy. Running no items? I think Otter took his items off. But honestly, Otter just likes taking his items off. When I went against him, I was begging Inner to let me win and live, bro. Dude said, nah, don't listen to her. Yeah. I had to lock in. Because we went up against Palace's team as well. And I think Palace was on there, like my girlfriend and Otter's girlfriend. And we had to stay locked in, you know? We couldn't let the females persuade us. A dub is a dub, alright? And trust me, it was after Worlds, and I was playing with 4 guys who all lost in pretty tragic ways. I mean, I was sad about them losing too. So, you know, we had to collect our wins where we could get our wins. I mean, we broke top. My team will be fine. I'm just gonna solo this real fast. They're not looking very fine. Worlds was a little monka. Yeah, I mean, look, it's single elimination, right? Single elimination, anything can happen. Did I get any packs? No. I think the cutoff for packs was way higher this time. I will say, like, definitely Fennel was the best team there, right? So them winning is deserved. But people are people forget so fast about, like, just gaming in general. Like, how can people just decide that one best of 3 is gonna decide everyone's fate ever? in terms of how good they are.
Hi there.
You know what I mean? Yo, Marcel. Nice riding. Thank you for the tier 3 sub. Welcome back. Did I get the comfy plush? I did. I did. I don't remember if it's in my backpack or in my suitcase. I had 2 suitcases. I unpacked one of them. My plush wasn't in there, but it might be in my backpack, which is by my bed. Did they make it best of 3? I think you mean, did they make it single LM because of 2 teams out of groups? Yeah, probably. But I think, I mean, nothing is confirmed yet, but I'm pretty sure next year is going to be, Unite's going to be day 3. Know what it said online? In the new format? Single limb is such a poor method for a tournament. They gotta work with what they have, right? Like, look, I don't think the admins are so incompetent that they would choose to run a single elimination tournament for Worlds, right? They gotta work with what they can do. All the other games are single limb? Yeah. I just feel like for a MOBA it's just different though. I don't know why. Our Hoopa's cooking too much, you know? Like, sometimes you gotta just rely on the fundamentals. Go to team fight, press your Unite moves, you know? I guess put the smaller tickets and the big tickets on the way there and then use one for all the souvenirs on the way back. Yeah. Thing is, I was gone for too long, so I needed to pack too many clothes. You know, just think logically, right? If you're gone for like 2 weeks, that's like, you know, at least 14 underwear right there. You gotta pack more just in case. And like, you know, you don't want to be an outfit repeater too many times. So it's just packing a lot of clothes. Did they have a laundry service? Hotels have laundries, but bro, who wants to do laundry on vacation, man? Like, I did laundry last year in Japan because we were there for a month, and it's not a fun experience. You only go through 1 underwear a day? Guys, am I weird? I mean, on long days, it's 2 underwears, but otherwise it's 1 a day. Is that weird? I feel like I'm gonna start, I'm feeling insecure about my underwear usage now. Can someone confirm they also only use 1 underwear a day? Please. Oh. You're not weird, you're with me? Okay, okay. What do you mean long days? Well, like, you know, if you get up in the morning and like, you know, like get up in the morning, go to the convention center, you go out for lunch, you go walk around, and then, you know, you're gonna go out to like a party in the night. If it's like a long day like that, then it's a double underwear day. Cause like I'm gonna shower midday probably. Just cause like, you know, you get like a little sweaty, you want to take a shower. Usually if I'm showering, I'm changing underwear. Like, that's just how it is. Is that weird? Guys, I'm feeling really insecure. Stop it. Those are just back cap wazoos. You can't hit him. Happening to my team. That could have killed me. It did kill me. I hate how when Inteleon ults, other people don't get vision of people in the bushes. But Serena was just like getting damaged in the bush by my intel, and I couldn't hit her. Because both of our characters rely on them having vision. But we do have to hit it. Oh, it's too much cooking, man. Everyone trying to back cap. We're down by 2 caps. Maybe they'll try to finish it for us. We do need to defeat Rayquaza together. Like, how is this fair? What am I supposed to do? If my Goodra wasn't Drain Crown, constantly trying to back up 33, it would be quite nice. Well. Thoughts on the 500 point mode? I think it's exciting. I mean, we're not going to get it until like next year. Probably, right? Like, I don't think we're going to get that until next Worlds, probably. Or like not like next Worlds. But that also kind of indicates like the future of Unite. Like, they're thinking long term, that the game is going to exist for a while. But back to the underwear discussion, right? 2 a day because yeah, if you go to the gym, that's 2 for sure. Gym days are 2 underwear days. Easily. You can't come home and chill in the same underwear you gymmed in. That's icky, okay? That's like, gym days are 2 days, like, you know, for sure. Otherwise, like 1 a day is like normal, right? Also, it sucks to have to remind people of this, but if you do ever go to a convention, deodorant and showering is a must, okay? Some of the shit that you smell in these events, that's half the reason why people get sick. It's just so stinky there. Did I see Tapu Koko at Hawaii? Did it make an appearance? I did, yeah, but I'm not allowed to talk about it. I think the new game mode from China will be seen at Worlds. Next Worlds? I mean, they'll probably keep showing it off at different ICs, I think. Ryan, thank you for the Prime. Toon Slim. Surprised Nola wasn't that bad? Nola was okay, but it depends on which crowd you hang out with. Humble Boss, welcome back. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. I don't know why, right? It's maybe some other gamers in the chat can enlighten me. But in terms of like the stinky tier list, right? If S is the most stinky, the TCG players, right? The Masters Division TCG players are the stinkiest by far. Like, why is that? Like, you could actually tell the difference between a TCG player and a VGC player, not by if they're playing cards, but by how they smell. Did they tell me when Legend ZA is releasing? Yeah. It's releasing sometime between tomorrow and the next 2 years. Guaranteed. Promise. No cap. On period. Check it out. Bro, you died, brother. You just walked up and died, brother. That was a little risky. I needed the evolution to live that. But I knew I had it. Can't afford deodorant with all the booster packs they buy. Is that what it is? Right? Because Unite is like free to play, especially for like tourney gameplay, you don't really need to buy anything. We can afford the deodorant, but the TCG players have to spend money on packs. BGC players are like middle of the road stinky because they have to buy the DLCs, right? They have to buy the DLCs to get Pokemon. So like they can afford deodorant, but they can't use a lot of it. Nothing is like the MTG stink. Yeah, but I mean, Magic the Gathering is expensive to play, so that makes sense. I learned so much from you guys. That's so cool. Yo, I just tackled into the wall twice. All right, fourth tackle, I hit him. Yo, you guys kind of got bopped in the top lane. Yeah, I think they're... Guess he's a little confused. Oh, he's Aqua Tail. Yu-Gi-Oh! Stinks so much you can get banned from a competition for not showering. I remember in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a card that reads like something, 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 shake your opponent's hand. And the meme was that like you could just auto win with that card because people would be so disgusting. And then I think eventually they made a ruling that you don't actually physically have to shake someone's hand for that card. You're allowed to just do like a verbal acknowledgement. Which players smell not the worst? Honestly, Unite players generally are fine. But I feel like Unite's like a smaller community, right? And people kind of know each other a little more. Like generally, most of the pro players either know each other or know of each other, you know? Some of the like Eastern players might not know some of the Western players, which is fair. Like I didn't know every single person that I met, and not everyone knew me. But for the most part, everyone knows each other. The fact that you're making a smell tier list is the reason why I'm never going to an offline gaming event. Look, if it's because, you know, maybe someone here is insecure about how they might smell, I promise you, all you have to do is take a shower and put deodorant on, and you won't be smelly. Like, you know, sweating a little bit is normal, right? Everyone sweats. The people that actually stink are the ones that go to events and they don't shower in the morning. Right? That's where the wretchedness comes from. But everyone needs to have like everyone needs to have a moment in their life where they are called out for being stinky. And then people usually fix it. You shower at night? I mean, that's fine too. Like, unless you shower at night and then you wake up and run like a 5K, you should be fine. Oh, 14? I'm running out of juice. Oh. Go take a blue buff, get juiced up a little. Morning showers, night showers are the same. It's just preference. Guy just says fake money everywhere. You saw me go into the bush. A Crustle 1v3 got it. The gamer, I guess. Go get a stack. Something when you shower 2 to 3 times a day. The third time, maybe a little excessive, but yeah, definitely 2 days are, you know, 2 days are needed. If it's been a long day, you know? We can get an ult in here. Let me go back for my blue buff real quick. Help me, please. Let me get my 9 or what? Nope. Okay. Alright, I just won't get my ult back or get my last stack. Okay, 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 okay. I'm getting diseased. Alright, man, alright, man, alright, man, alright, man. Ocean Grand. Guys, he just scored a 400 on our pack. Force Geralt. Bullet seed on Grian cannot crit, correct. He was a little hopeful. Don't want there to just be a stupid steal. It's gonna happen. Our team just refuses to just kill the guys that are walking in one by one. I think the thing where, like, you know, the over showering, getting rid of your natural oils thing, like, that stuff is true if you shower like 5 times a day, every day, you know? Generally, I would say intuition is your best bet, okay? Like, if you feel like you're stinky, you feel uncomfortable and you want to take a shower, just take a shower. You're not gonna accidentally shower too much ever, really. It's like the people that are like, oh, I don't want to, I'm scared of over drinking water because I heard about something happening to someone. Like, if you're thirsty, just drink. Don't feel like you need to like worry about over showering. Am I hyped for the duck? I'm pretty hyped for the duck. I did promise a 24-hour stream when the next support comes out, so when Psyduck releases, we'll probably do 24 hours of we'll do 24 hours of streaming. Becomes counterintuitive at a point? Yeah, probably. But your intuition should hold supreme. You remember a lady died in a radio water drinking contest, but that was 2002? Yeah. They patched that. You used to be able to die by drinking too much water, but they patched that. Why is the duck not going to evolve? Because Psyduck is like a mascot, you know? Why does Pikachu not evolve? Some Pokemon, like, are just very, very, very known as their main form. And it would be weird, like, I don't think people would like it if Pikachu evolved, generally. I don't think most people would like it if Psyduck evolved. Golduck ass anyways. Fair. Baneri? Yeah. The thing is a lot of people like Lopunny as well, so Munkus. You like Raichu better than Pikachu? I'm sure some of you like Raichu better than Pikachu. I'm sure some of you like Golduck more than Psyduck, right? But use your brains here, guys, okay? What do most people like, right? Pokemon Unite, they don't have to follow the rules, okay? They can do whatever they want. Golduck is 1,000,000% a downgrade. I think a lot of people agree, yeah. Some Pokemon are just very, very, like, mascot towards some of their forms. Psyduck from the anime, yeah. You know, it makes me kind of hopeful that maybe we could get Togepi without getting Togekiss. But I guess Togepi evolved. Togepi evolves in the anime, right? Misty's Togepi does end up evolving, so maybe we'll get Togekiss. I like Togekiss. I don't hate Togekiss, so it's fine. But yeah, I remember when it evolved to a Togetic. I don't remember it evolving to a Togekiss, but I definitely remember Misty's thing evolving to a Togetic. Like Togekiss because of VGC. I remember playing singles and Serene Grace, Air Slash, Spam Flinch Togekiss being cringe. I hate Togekiss because of VGC. True. Want them to add Togepi, but a teammate has to carry it until it evolves like a reverse Comfey. No one's gonna pick me up in solo queue, guys. You can't make it that way. No one's gonna come and pick me up. I'm just gonna be begging. You know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna be doing the first bunny in the lane. They're gonna be doing the second two. The last two. I mean, that's basically Magikarp, right? Your team has to carry it until it evolves. I'm literally playing Togepi. So remember the whole Togepi reveal on the anime, like the first time the egg hatched? I remember that too. I feel like I remember it. Maybe I re-saw it and rewrote the memories, but I feel like I remember it. Can't wait for them to add Mega Rayquaza Unite. Oh, I have a funny story for you guys. So one of the days that we're in Hawaii, we're like walking back to our hotel or whatever. And you know, it's like a long walk. People are getting tired. So instead of like walking, we like chill by this statue. In front of like some random hotel, wait for an Uber. And some little kid walks up to us, right? He must be like 6, 7 years old. His name's Jacob. He introduces himself. He's like, hi guys, I'm Jacob. And he's like, are you guys here for Pokemon? And we're like, yeah, you know, we play Pokemon Unite. And he's like, oh, Pokemon Unite's cool, but my mom won't let me play it. And we're like, why? And she's like, because she thinks it sucks. I play Pokemon Go. And he's just telling us about like Pokemon Go and whatnot. And then he starts asking all of us like what our favorite Pokemon are. And, you know, Doug's like, oh, I like Snorlax. He's like, Snorlax sucks. He's fat. I like... You know, someone's like, I like Pikachu. He's like, oh, Pikachu sucks. I have a Rayquaza. And then no cap, right? This is what he does. He does, I'm mewing. I have a shiny Rayquaza. Does a bottle flip. First try lands it, by the way. Literally first try lands the bottle flip. Does like a little twirl and just starts shitting on all the Pokemon in Unite. He's like, Slowbro sucks. You know, I tell Palace, I'm like, get him an Endernote. You know, we had like these Endernote patches to give away. And I was like, you know, you want one? He's like, I don't really think I like that. Slowbro kind of sucks. And he's just popping off. How old is he? He must have been like 7 or 8 years old. Honestly, the funniest kid I've ever met. And his mom's in the background, right? Like I was gonna ask him, like, you know, bro, are your parents around? Are you okay? But then his mom was in the back, and you know, like he like went to his mom for a bit. Because he thought he had to go, and then he comes back and he's like, actually, I don't have to go, I can hang out with you guys some more. And we're like, okay. You know, and then like as he's getting to into his Uber or like his ride or whatever comes to pick him up, he's like trying to wave to us, and his mom's like, we gotta go, and he's like, hey mom, those are my friends. We're like, yeah, that's our friend Jacob. I wish we recorded it, but like, you know, it was like a little kid. I didn't want to just take out a phone and start recording him, because, you know, I'd rather ask his mom first, and like it's just an experience. Like you had to be there to really know. But fun, one of the funniest things that happened. Need him on stream. I mean, he knew my name, right? he like addressed me as Ender, and it kind of threw me off guard. And then I realized I had my badge on, like my competitor badge. So he probably saw it on there. But if he just knew who I was from Unite and didn't give a crap, that's even funnier, to be honest. But he just kept, like, every time we brought up a Pokemon, it would be like, oh, you know, Trevenant? Nah. I could beat that with my shiny Rayquaza. I could beat that with my shiny Rayquaza. And then, like, Flareon's was talking to him more because Flareon's, you know, Flareon's not like a kid, he's like 17. But, you know, the youngins were talking. And every time Flareon's would bring up a Pokemon, he'd just be like, oh, I have a shiny. I have that in a shiny. Or like, he'd be like, how many shinies do you have? And Flareon's like, oh, I have like 30 something. And he's like, damn, you have more than me. But then Flareon's lost his account, and the guy was like, oh, so then that means you don't have them. Oh, I got him. Get away from me, you stinky. Oh, he did say in Unite, his favorite is to play as Garchomp. So, I mean, that could be Jacob right there, JT. Maybe his last name is Jacob. Does he know you have to beat up Ray to win the game? Probably not. He was too young. This is him right now. Jacob Timberlake. Jacob Rayquaza. It makes sense though, right? Like as a kid, like if you haven't had like a discussion with your friends where you acknowledge that legendaries are cringe, why would you think something like Pikachu is cool when it's a little rat when you have a shiny Rayquaza? Like, isn't shiny Rayquaza just Pikachu but like cooler by a lot? No. Oh, he flinged him. Nice. Our tree's a nice guy. Let me cap. I told him if he plays Unite 1,000 times, he could see shiny Rayquaza. Yeah, he probably believed you too. Did I try the TCG Pocket demo? No, I didn't get to. Honestly, like, time was of the essence at the venue. Like, day 1 and 2, I was, like, kind of just hanging out with the team to make sure if they needed anything, I was there. I was a good sub at the event, you know? I got them waters. Yo, guys. So, here's the scam that they run in Hawaii, all right? First, they tell everyone no food or drinks allowed in the venue, right? Step 1. Step 2, a bottle of water costs $6.50. A 500 ml bottle of water, $6.50. And the team is like, yo, we're about to do a practice match. Can you go get us some waters? I'm like, sure. Bro, I went to buy 4 waters. I'm down almost 30 bucks. What am I, like, how is that fair? It's an elaborate scam, all right? Pokemon's a scam company by... I shouldn't say that. I love Pokemon. Oh man, Jacob's about to get me. Oh, Jacob? Jacob, stop it, Jacob. Jacob, no. Bad Jacob. He's so hungry. What are you doing, Jacob? How do I feel about Worlds being 3 times in the US? I don't like it, to be honest. I'm not a fan. I will say, though, I only really consider Worlds to be in the US 2 times in a row. I'm Hawaii pilled, and even though it's an American state, culturally, it's very, 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 very different. Like, it's barely America. And America stole Hawaii from Hawaii, so like, Does it really count? I don't consider it American. Yeah, everyone thought it was going to be in Spain. There was like rumors that it was going to be there as well to promote either Scarlet Violet or in France to promote Legends EA. My theory is that they couldn't get a deal done. Wait, I didn't know that's how that worked. I guess that makes sense. I thought I could fly over gravity, you know, for some reason. Or like fly across it. But yeah, obviously no. Oh yeah, we went on a Polynesian cultural tour, right? Where we learned about like the different Polynesian islands, like Samoa, New Zealand, the Fiji Islands, Hawaii. I became very cultured. Yeah, I guess I do agree for visa situations, it sucks. It definitely sucks for visa. Boy. Did I go diving or anything? No, we didn't do any diving. We were pretty busy though. Heard they can't do it on mainland EU because of prize stuff. I think that's probably fake because they have EU IC, right? Name 10 islands. All right. Oahu, New Zealand, Fiji, Samoa, Australia. Your dad. Trump is dead. Collapse on the fight from the bot side. I gotta save Dragon Breath for the last bit. Different damage. Your mom. Ohio, yeah. Ohio is an island, guys. What day did I go? I went to the cultural center on Tuesday. So, a couple days ago. Guys, I've been to Ohio. I can confirm it's an island, okay? I had to fly there. Anywhere you have to fly to is an island. Did I get any secrets out of Spragos out of Hawaii? I learned about what happened with him at the Airbnb. He made a video about it too, right? But that Airbnb story is wild. You guys should go check out his Twitter if you want to know. But the TLDR is they booked an Airbnb. They show up to the Airbnb. The guy's like, oh, you actually can't stay here, but I have a different property. And they're like, this is kind of fishy. So they go to the original property. They show up and there's a lady there and she's like, what are you talking about Airbnb? I live here. And apparently some guy just has an Airbnb listing of someone's house, someone else's house. And then whenever you book that person's house, he messages you and is like, oh, sorry, something wrong happened. Come to this other property instead. But the initial one is like a really nice house and his backup one that he tells you is a backup is some rinky-dinky place. It's actually just a double dingus scam. And then when he reached out to Airbnb, they were siding with the host. How ugly is that? That's so ugly. All right, let's do some bug abusing. By bug abusing, I mean playing Inteleon. How did you get the pictures of inside the house? He used like stock photos or something. I don't know. I mean, you should watch Trago's video to actually know the exact details. Can you rate hosts and give them a bad rating? Yeah, but Airbnb, like, Giga sides with their hosts because they don't have a lot of hosts. They have a lot more customers than hosts, so they always side with their hosts. Electricians and others, that type of stuff, get photos from doing work in the homes. Yeah, I mean, it's scary. Still using Airbnb? Well, there aren't very many good alternatives to having your whole family travel, you know? Like 9 people in Hawaii, like hotels are not feasible really economically. They're expensive. And anywhere, to be honest, if you're traveling with 9 to 10 people, like Airbnb is just way cheaper. And if it goes right, it's good. Like I had an Airbnb in Dubai. It was me, my mom, my mom's brother, my mom's sister, my mom's brother's wife, and my mom's sister's 2 children. So there were 7 of us. And we had like a penthouse apartment and it was amazing, right? Like it was like a fun experience. The whole family got to be together. Some family I get to see. If we had like 3 hotel rooms instead, that would have been lame. But obviously if you get scammed, it's all like you're gambling basically. If you're going in a group of like, if you're going alone or with like 1 or 2 people, hotels are much better experience. Obviously housekeeping, just a general towel service, everything is way better. But bigger groups, you know, especially if it's big group family, I like Airbnb. Old Man Mew 3, thank you for the prime. What's up, Dad Gachi? Good to see you at Worlds. Okay, here's the thing. Airbnb are giga gambles. Hotels are generally like pretty safe. You pay with your credit card. If anything happens, you can just ask your credit card company for a refund. You'll almost always get a chargeback. Most hotels, if something bad happens, they'll accommodate for you. So yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll probably do an Airbnb unless I'm traveling with like a team or something and it's like a lot cheaper. I think I'll stick to hotels from now on. True, and then if you have a travel card, you get points and stuff. Hotels usually have free breakfast. Not the ones in Hawaii, you had to pay for it. Our first hotel had a $25 breakfast buffet. And I mean, it was okay. Like, it definitely wasn't worth 25 bucks, right? Like eggs, bacon, sausage, that kind of stuff is giga cheap. But it's Hawaii, so whatever. Oh, but at our next hotel though, we got kind of lucky. So we had like a bellboy bring up all our luggage to our room, and he was like super cool or whatever, so I wanted to give him a tip, and I didn't have like 1s or 5s. Like, I didn't have small bills to tip him, but I wanted to make sure I tipped him, so I just tipped him a 20. And the guy was so cool, he came back and slipped like a free breakfast voucher underneath our door. And like, you know, it was a breakfast voucher that included 4 breakfast entrees at the resort place where each entree is like 30 bucks. So for a $20 tip, I basically got $120 worth of breakfast. It's like, damn, man. I didn't expect that at all. Pretty lit. I kind of have to die. Those of you guys that don't know how the intel bug works, if you die, you gain crit damage, basically. There we go. You just need to die once during the game. So if you watched any of the games at Worlds and you saw the Intellions go into the enemy jungle, basically look like they were inting, it's because they were trying to activate the bug. Intellion's crit modifier goes from 2.5 times to 3 times if it dies once during the game ever. I talked about the bug once on stream, and then, you know how people into the Pokemon Unite community are about bugs. Like, everyone's like freaking out in my DMs, like, you're gonna ruin the world's meta, blah, 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 blah. You shouldn't talk about it on stream. I stopped talking about it. Now that Worlds is over, I don't care. there were teams, I'm not going to name the players, right? But there were teams playing Liquidation Inteleon with stacking glasses and inting for stacks because dying once gives you crit damage, and fully stacked bugged Liquidation Inteleon is actually not bad. And then they buffed it and didn't fix the bug. Dead. I'm bug abusing. Call them out. Whatever, I don't care. I don't gain anything from calling people out, right? And then it just makes me look bad, so I stay quiet. I'm playing Liquidation. They buffed it. So yeah, I mean, if you want to play a broken build, just play stacking Inteleon with Liquidation and make sure you die once during the game. For whatever reason, they just didn't buff it. Or they didn't bug fix it, I mean. I don't know what I would drop, though. You definitely want to run Spoon. I feel like Choice Specs is still best, so probably drop Wise for it. Oh, one team do that on stream? You guys, you definitely saw multiple teams do it on stream. I mean, I saw Flareons do it. I have no problem with people using the bug in Worlds. What, like, you have to play the game. Would have ejected first before I fell stringered. I would have lived. Prefer they're known sooner? Yeah, but the thing is like, if at Worlds they bug fixed Inteleon, it would actually kind of be bad. Because the bug made Inteleon playable. Without the bug, Inteleon was not playable, and then like, imagine they fixed it like a week before, like it would actually just change the meta. Not that I have that much power to actually do anything about it, but it felt like there was a chance that if I started talking about it, they might have actually just instantly fixed it. Which is weird, right? Like, no one man should have that much power. Why did they buff this place? Does Choice Specs proc for every Liquidation shot? No, Choice Specs will go on cooldown once it procs. Oh, I could have done... I saw this tweet where you can 4 while invisible. I should have done it there. So yeah, once Choice Specs procs, it goes on cooldown. So like, if it's on cooldown when you start casting Liquidation, and it comes up halfway through, one of your Liquidation procs will proc it. Yeah, that was skillful. Oh. For the stack, drop Wise? You could drop Wise or Choice. Well, I would probably drop Wise, yeah. Didn't have crit stacks for us. The thing is like, Choice Specs also has percent scaling in a way, right? Where the more special attack you have, the more damage you'll deal. So if you increase your special attack by a lot, it'll do a lot. The reason choices show up on the bottom right, it's just an old item and they never got around to doing that. Most items used to not show up on the bot right. But yeah, there's no good reason for it. Did I see the Chinese trailer? Yeah, I saw it. They just like used a bunch of battle pass videos for it, right? Oh. Hit him with my stinger. Remember when stacks didn't show? Yeah. That was awful. I remember like not knowing if I was fully stacked or not. That, you know, was just not counting and just vibing while I play. Chinese version's on a new map. It's basically a new map, okay? It's more of a new map than CS Sky Ruins is a new map to the Eos Island, right? Remote Island or whatever. Like, this map is basically just a reskin of the old map, change the mobs around a little. The Chinese version is, the game is completely different. Right, like what if instead of Thea Sky Ruins, they just had Remote Stadium, but they changed the mobs? Like, that's basically what it is, right? Like, I guess the wall placement's a little bit different, but the meta will be so different on that version, it's basically a new map. Remote Stadium's ugly? That's fair. It is kind of ugly. This map definitely aesthetically better. Why is this guy ulted? I had to tank a Desi ult to go and try to help. I shouldn't have even tried to help my team. Just fine. East Asia theme map, Inkborn Fables. Sounds pretty good. Do we need to rip it, guys? Do we really need to rip it, guys? Do we really need... I mean, good luck. Ran just over the wall with ult. Can you break his shield, though, at least? How have these guys not broken his shield? Okay. Still in the lead. Okay, Desi's dead. I think his D-Knight has... Yo, you need to auto attack him. D-Knight has a shield, right? We're probably gonna lose. D-Knight has a shield and he can ult to a pad. Unless we have bro ult. Okay, our Dragapult's going to score. I don't think they have someone on defense. Okay. We win. When we're playing sagging intel, I'll do it next game. I couldn't make up my mind up if I wanted to drop choice or wise, so I just decided to drop neither. They should make an American themed map where there's a McDonald's and gas station every 10 steps. I feel like McDonald's isn't even that American anymore. I feel like people go to Starbucks more than McDonald's. Well, it depends on which part of America, I guess. Have I tried the new Hyper Voice? Oh, I guess I haven't, no. GG Ender, GG Destroyer X001. Ranked is wild, your hard suck 1500. Keep getting the people that make the lowest IQ plays. I hope your games are going better. You're Umbreon on that side. Oh, GG. I should try the new Hyper Voice, huh? How much on they will cover Sky Ruins and Snow for Christmas? I would be down. You're the bro, you're trying to grab the D-Knight? Oh, okay. GG, Nari. GG. Okay, let's do a game of Sylveon and then we'll do some more stacking intel shenanigans. Why did I go to all-rounder for Sylveon? At night. In-N-Out isn't even in my state. I don't think I've ever had In-N-Out before. Where is In-N-Out? I always confuse In-N-Out and Five Guys because we don't have either of them in Toronto. Or I think now we have Five Guys, but there's like one. In-N-Out is Cali? Okay, maybe I'll have it at next Worlds then. Oh, hyper voice change is only on the test server? Oh. Someone you screwed me. Someone in the chat just screwed me. You screwed me. Me 131211. Thank you for the prime, bro. Where's next world's? Anaheim, California. My bad. It's okay. Fine. Need to go to Buc-ee's? True. That's in Texas, right? Otherwise, we'd be seeing a way more silv. Really? I feel like the general consensus is that the silv change sucks. I don't have an opinion on it, but I think most people are unhappy. Count it as your tier 3 request? Sure. And if there's something else you want me to play, I can. I don't have any opinion on it. I don't care. You know what? Whatever. You know what? Whatever. Why is there an Umbreon here? Did the Umbreon think that because we had 2 EVs down here, we needed a 3rd one? Nice. Oh, my jungler. Did he get invaded? What is happening? That's not my jungler. I don't know what is happening. Wow, hyper voice looks so different. Yep, look how different it looks. Good. Might skip out on NAIC for Worlds. That's not a bad idea, to be honest. Like, if your choice is between New Orleans or California, like, Worlds would probably be way more hype. One man. Guy's gonna ult me. Doesn't even need to. Alright. Next gameplay Psyduck? Okay. We're testing out the nerf from 2 patches ago? Yeah. People can't figure out what lane they want to go to. I mean, it's just, I think sometimes people are just enjoying the sights, you know? Umbreon's like, oh, top lane looked cool. Let me go see what they have in the ball lane. Maybe it's different this game. Right? Like, you have to imagine some people play this game like it's Scarlet Violet raids and like outbreaks and stuff. Oh, like maybe the bot lane has a different outbreak this time. Maybe it won't be Indeedee down there. Yeah, I don't think we can win this 1v1. Sounds something a man would do. Gosh, I hate men. We need a Psyduck emote. It would definitely need a Psyduck emote. You guys going at UIC? No idea. We'll see. I mean, I want to try to go to as many events as I can, but we'll see what I'm invited to, you know? I feel like my Greninja's like auto-attacking slowly. They're just going... But I decided about competing it in Season 4? I'll talk about it soon. I don't have like a good enough answer right now, and there's no point in me talking about it now because like a lot of things can change. So we'll see. I'll definitely talk about it soon. How can he even attack slowly? I mean, he's vibing, that's for sure. Yo, what's up, Himsky? Like my shirt during the interview, thank you. That was funny. I was about to play a Unite side event, and then Spraggles out of nowhere just runs to me, and he's like, "Can you do an interview?" And I was like, "Okay," and I just left the side event. And then they like pulled me across. I did like a small little interview, and that was it. Himsky, thank you for the tier 3. Welcome back.
1 yield, 6 months.
1 yield, 6 months. Hog champ. The upside down pineapples, yeah. That was one of the ones at the Poke Center. A lot of people got that shirt, to be honest. I know Bruv has it, Zug has it. It's a good shirt, though. It's a good shirt. We could all be twins with it. Guys, the Pokemon Center was just... that was an ugly experience. Like, normally I don't care about scalpers, like, people do your thing. But they gotta work on it. Like, I went to just buy stuff for myself, and the amount of just dogs hounding to resell every little thing, man. Like, people need to chill out. I swear everything at the Pokemon Center should just have a limit. It should only be 1 entry per badge like for the whole event. There's some people that go to the events and all they do is just spam Pokemon Center entries. And like they're just trying to get as much stuff as possible, just so they can go home and sell it. Which is, you know, like, don't hate the player, hate the game situation. For sure. Like they need to just impose better limits. I want it so that you should only be allowed to go once per event, but you can basically just go as many times as you want. Get as many reservations as you get. And when you make a reservation, you can sign up with +3 people. So like, you know, 4 people get reservations, but they all go each time. So like those 4 people get to go 4 times if there's like a group of 4 that got 4 reservations. So even the once per thing lit items, they just go and spam them. Maybe Thanos was on to something. But there's not enough Pokemon Center for all of us, guys. Oh, double back tapping. Smile. Migrant Brody Jack's in the bush. All right, Brody Jack, whenever you're ready, buddy. Okay. Exquisitely. Brody Jack's back in the bush. All right. Back in the bush. He ulted way too early, and he's dead. Oh, that was fun. I have 2 people backcapping and a Greninja in the bush. Like, oh, Pokemon's United is very nice. Can I explain the Plessy situation? Why does every team and player have a random push to advertise during Worlds? So, when we take pictures, it's like a media day kind of thing where you go like one day in advance. You go like in these back rooms and you take a bunch of photos so that they can use for the world stream. And in the media day rooms, they have like a bunch of plushies that you can basically use to take your photo with. So that's how that works. What's up, big banana, big biscuit boy? Did I miss the Unite experience? Oh, I missed it. Let me see if I can go find my comfy plushie to show you guys. 1 second. I'll be right back. Oh. All right. I don't have my comfy plushie. My suitcase, I guess. I don't feel like going upstairs to go get it. But I have some other stuff I can show you guys. Not everything. I think there's some stuff I might honestly sell that I got because I don't know if I'm going to end up using it. But I'll show you the stuff that I'm definitely keeping. Fair enough. It's a pretty cool hat. The world's competitor hat. It's like, it's not actual cork, but it looks like cork. Or it might be cork, I don't know. But it's a really cool hat. Really classy, nice hat. This is the official Pikachu plush. I didn't realize you get one for free as a competitor, so I bought one. These are also limited to 1 pair. I might sell the other one. If there's someone that's interested in it, I'll gladly scam you for it if you want, but it's very cute. I have 2 of these. I'm definitely going to keep one. I don't know. I'll list it on. I'll like do like a haul of everything that I have later on, and then this is something I won at the side event. I already sold this, or I'm planning on selling it. This is the world's promo card, Paradise Resort. It's in a sleeve and a top loader, so it's a bit of glare. But I got, so you get one as a competitor, and then I won another one at a side event. Anything I have extras of, I don't want to really keep, because it's just gonna collect dust, right? Here's my competitor badge. Oh, here, look at this. Can you guys see that? Oh, it's reversed. If you can tell what it says under Ender. It's too much glare. But basically, it says TTV Ender, and I can talk about this now. So the admins requested that I change my name to OJ Ender. In case I had to play, they wanted me to like look like the same team. But I didn't. I also got TTV printed on my badge. They couldn't stop me. Okay. So I gotta make sure I don't damage this at all. And then what else? Everything else is in my suitcase. That's all. I had to put some stuff in my bag because it wouldn't fit. And then I have a crap ton of these that one of the admins gave me to give away for our community. So this is try not to leak the code. These are exclusive Steenies that you can redeem in Scarlet and Violet, and it's like a world's exclusive Pokemon. So first dibs to all the tier 3 subs. If there's any tier 3 sub that wants it in the tier 3 chat, I'll post a code. But I have more than enough. I have like 10 here and I have like another 10 somewhere. So I'll probably do like a giveaway on Discord or something. I don't want to just do a giveaway on Twitter. I have enough followers on Twitter. I don't need to get any more. I'd rather give it to people that I know that have been around in the community. So I don't know. I'll figure out an amicable way to give it. First dibs to the tier 3s for sure. But yeah, if there's someone that's like I really want one or whatever, I'll probably just end up giving it to them. But don't ask me about it now. I'll do it offline on Discord. Can I show the back really quick? Yeah. Boom. Ready? Boom. Crazy. Signed by Indy? No, there's a code. I'm not gonna mail it out. Excuse me. But yeah. Oh yeah, and then if you also want to win a code on Twitter, Palace's Twitter, she's you can get to her Twitter from my Twitter bio. I think she has a couple that she's giving away as well. You order the Munchlax shirt, it's perfect. It's very nice, yeah. The only thing I couldn't get that I really wanted, and I'm not very greedy, is there was this yellow Pikachu hat that had Pikachu eating some shaved ice, and I have the matching shirt for it, and I didn't see the cap when I went. It wasn't even out of stock. It's just the Pokemon Center was so busy, I missed that cap. Otherwise, I got all the other caps. I really like collecting hats, if you guys didn't know. Like, I have... What is this? This is from NAIC. This is from the other NAIC. I think this is Worlds 2023. No, this is 2023 NAIC, 2024 NAIC. I have the Worlds 2022, 2023 hat, and the 2024 hat now. I just really like collecting hats. I wear them every now and then, but I don't want to damage my hair. But I just like hats. They're just a cool thing to collect for me. Oh yeah, I like hats and backpacks, but I was not expecting to get a backpack. I got like the competitor one, which is hella cool. But I couldn't get the Pokemon Center one because people are scoundrels and everyone buys one to resell it. Alright, let's do some intel abusing for funsies. Do hats damage your hair? Yeah. Even headsets damage your hair, to be honest. That's why like I keep like I don't like push my headset all the way down. I keep like a bit of a gap, not to push my hair. Wait, let me put the stacking specs on. Yeah, if you're a guy and you don't want to go bald, you should avoid wearing hats every day. I mean, you could it even happens to girls. Like you see Ariana Grande, why do you think her hairline is so pushed back? It's because they used to like giga pull her hair back when she did that Disney show or the Nickelodeon show and gel it all the way back. Like you literally can cook your hair. It's what you got to do. In Japan, there are many backpacks. No. I think you're getting confused. At NAIC, there are a lot of backpacks, but in Japan, it was literally impossible to buy one. Jojo Siwa, I mean, it happens to a lot of people. Your head is, yeah, I have a big head too. Hats, it depends on what fit it is. Look, if you wear a hat when you go out every now and then, it's not going to screw up your hair. But if you're the kind of person that's like perma in hat, you will mess up your hairline for sure. wearing hats does not cause baldness, but my barber tells me it does, and he cuts people's hair for a living. I promise you, it will push your hairline back. Don't believe what Google says if Google says it doesn't. Do hats make you lose hair? Hats are probably not going to make you bald. There's no scientific evidence that if you were you'll experience hair loss due to male pattern baldness. I think male pattern baldness is different than your hairline getting pushed back. Here, look. If you constantly wear a tight hat, you could experience traction alopecia, which is gradual hair loss resulting from repetitive pulling or tension of hair. Hats that are tight or hot could possibly decrease blood flow to hair follicles. It's not gonna make like male pattern baldness where like you have this thing or like this thing or whatever go away. Makes a receding hairline. Look, it's not good, okay? I'm just telling you, it's not good for your hair. It happened. Ask Ariana Grande. Just straight up ask Ariana Grande. Hey, man. You eject, I eject. Hey, I'm stacking, aren't I? The jungler's here. You didn't see me. No, we have an AFK. I got a stack and I bugged my character. What's up, Kevin? How you doing, bro? Yo, this is actually cursed though. You go from draft game to someone AFK, spend entire time in draft into a blind pick game. Optimal unfunly. Are people not in Masters yet? It's just people either being returning players or people not enough licenses. This is what draft haters think happen every game, yeah. Pretty much. Nice, both my defender and support have no XP share. Smile. Would you rather that or 5 AFK draft surrender games in a row? Probably that. But, you know, you can usually present a worse option, right? It doesn't make what happened better. You know, like, oh man, I didn't eat anything all day long. Okay, but would you rather not eat anything all day long or go 4 days without water? Hey man, I guess the first one. You're overjacked because you hate first pick all the time. That's fair. How did I go from having like a Blastoise or a Ho-Oh to lane with into a Dragapult? Oh, he got it in between my water gun ticks, man. He'll die later on. Left's doing the back farm. Hurrying away. This is like the worst lane to have to die into. I'm dead anyways. Because I give this guy an evolution. Ever. When do you use snipe shot and liquidation? Honestly, just pick whichever one you feel like playing. I really like basically having a parasite in my lane. Because I don't actually care about solo laning. It's just solo laning where I have something that just takes XP from me and doesn't do anything. Nice. First men. It would be a man that would go no XP share Blissey. Oh. I lost all my crit counters, so he made me auto attack him. It'd be nice if I was level 9, but I got this parasite up here that I have to lane with. I mean, I can't damage it and secure with my basic because I won't have any crits. It'd be nice if he was hitting it for me, but an ult. Okay. How is this guy not 7 yet? Oh, even their Aegislash has electricity share on. I have a Ho and a Blissey. That guy's gonna be level 9 when he evolutes the Aegislash. He's level 7, but I guarantee he's just gonna pick into 9. There it is. He was stuck level 6 for so long. Should hit level 7 before the fight mid. You were tripping. Alright, Chase Duke, man. You should get some friends. How about that? Is a fly in your room? Unlucky. Got him. I got him. about this build is it's not even fun to play. Like, I'm just going into fights, pressing my auto attacks, and then I press my liquidation. I don't actually feel like I'm playing the game. Like, why do they make moves like this and then make them good? I think TT will be back out of this world or is finished forever. I don't know. Build is pretty much cookie clicker, yeah. I mean, I guess the benefit is you don't have to go the build, right? You can play Inteleon and not play this build if you don't want to. I think solo queue is getting worse, but your win percentage dropped by 2 playing solo queue. I think it's getting worse compared to solo queue. No, I think it's just about how it is normally. Oh, unlucky, he got banned. Liquidation and acrobatics feels. Thing is, like, if I'm gonna play Inteleon, most of the fun for me is in fingering around the map. Hello.
Which new
Bye.
month are you most excited for?
Land hands, thank you for the prime. Which new mon am I most excited for? Probably Psyduck to support. Probably Psyduck. And then I'm equally as excited for Armarouge and Darkrai, I think. Remember when we were on stream trying to figure out which Pokemon it was going to be and we correctly predicted Darkrai? That's pretty cool, right? That means El Chico Eevee basically knew, right, the whole time? I don't know. I dislike this leaker meta that we have in Unite. Like, if people are gonna leak stuff, leak it. If you're not gonna leak stuff, don't leak it. Like, you know, I hate this, like, oh, I'm not gonna leak this, but I'm gonna leak that, and someone else will leak this, someone else will leak that. I have ult, but can't rely on him to ult me. So much clout in the leaking community? I guess so. They flipped it. Cool.
Why would you guys let this fucking Zacian kill middle, bro? Oh,
I mean,
God,
I let him do
What
it.
were you doing? What the fuck were you doing, nigga?
Oh,
Fuck, man.
my character's really good at breaking shields, at least. It's just, this is just actual solo queue Unite experience, though, right? Like, you get solo ulted by their carry. Your supports are AFK. My guy's helping hand soft-boiled, no XP share of Blissey. So if I'm not gonna get healed, I just have to back, and they just flip it in that time. I mean, the right play probably would be for me to die and then rely on my Ho to ult me back. But if he just doesn't do it, then what do I do? There's our Blissey ult. Also, no one on our team pressed their Unite move, right? Are my messages going through? Yes. Why would you think they're not going through? They're going through, though. No teammate used Unite in the final fight, yeah. Pretty much. New balance patch? There was a patch a couple days ago. They buffed Greninja, Inteleon, and Glaceon. Like a small one. Yeah, just see helping hands off-boiled? Yes. Helping Hand, Soft Boiled, Potion, no XP, Share Blissey. Of course, it was a man. Why else? What else would it be? Negative win rate, man. Oh, Shell Bell? Shell Bell with 0 damage moves to proc Shell Bell. The only way their Shell Bell will activate the heal is if they hit something with their ult. And he didn't ult all game. Oh. I'm trying to find who's the reason why we didn't get a draft game. 69% win rate, what a gamer. Probably thinks it affects the healing. Well, probably needs to have some better reading comprehension. Who didn't have enough life? Okay, this guy. Guy's just on a new account. I don't know if it's a Smurf or a new player, but they conveniently only have 13 licenses. And a bunch, I guess EX doesn't matter, right? But how many do you need for draft? 14. You literally need 14 for draft to have 13. If it's just for the cooldown, isn't amp just better? Yes, by a lot. Let your manager know you're leaving early 3 hours ago, and they just texted, "Where are you? Where are you?" He's an actual terrorist if he purposely doesn't have 14 for draft. I know for a fact people do that because there's like random Pokemon Unite discords that I'm in, and I see people talk about it. Where they'll be like, I had to make a new account because I had too many, you know, Unite licenses and I didn't want draft games. Like, oh. Thanks for ruining the game for everyone else, bro. Thanks for ruining my life. Draft gets annoying sometimes, I guess, but you know what gets annoying is not having draft. I mean, if it, look, you can't hate the player, you gotta hate the game, but you can definitely also hate the player and the game. Hate the game, the player, and men. So true. Like not tipping. True. You like draft, but you feel like a dick when playing a silly non-meta build. I guess. There's definitely trade-offs, right? Thinking, oh, we'll get banned every match when solo queue's not OP. I mean, it can be really annoying to kill, right? People just hate the really giga tanky mons. Ho-Oh's like OP, also OP in solo queue, but it's one of those things where it's like not OP if you're, I mean, it's still technically OP even if you're like trying to carry with it, but it's less OP if you're trying to carry with it. Yeah, they're only going to be EX Pokemon for so long. Oh, flamethrower needs a buff maybe? Ho doesn't need anything, guys. The reason why Ho doesn't feel broken in solo queue to carry it sometimes is because your ult has like little agency, right? Like you need your teammates to die for you to use your ult. In a way, it's kind of like Blissey ult where you need your teammates to position correctly to get good use out of your ult. And you need your damage players to deal damage, right? Like if no one on your team is going in and your damage players say AFK in bushes, like Blissey ult's not OP. But Blissey ult objectively is overtuned. And then Ho also just does a lot of damage, and it's very tanky. How about all the Mamo at Worlds? I think Mamo's a solid Pokemon. I think Mamo comes down to a lot of personal preference, and it has some tools that are important for competitive. Like one of the things that Mamo has that other tanks, a lot of the meta tanks don't, is it can jump over walls, right? Which is important. Like you can check a bush, jump over the wall, and get out very easily. Whereas like Tree, if you want to walk into the bush, your Horn Leech is gonna get stuck on a wall, so it's harder for you to get out. Or like if you're jumping into a bush out of vision, and with Mamo, you know, you can get inside the bush, but as Tree, you have to like walk around and position yourself. Doesn't mean that Mamo's a better tank than Tree, but it's like an advantage that Mamo has. Which is why you see everyone play Earthquake and you never see high horsepower in competitive. It buffed Smokescreen, right? Let's play the Ninja build. Oh yeah, that's that buffed Smokescreen right there. They made Mamo look better than Tree. I mean, I think Ton's also just better at Mamo than he is at Tree, so it suits their playstyle better, right? It's like very early game oriented, but if you make a mistake as Mamo, it's a lot worse than if you make a mistake as Tree. Or not even if you make a mistake, like things can just go wrong. The slow, actually. Too much. Sky attack over fly, vice versa. I think fly is just not that good on OO. Also, are those two moves the ones that are contested? I don't remember. I feel like sky attack and fly are on different spots, are they not? I forget. I haven't seen or played Ho in a while, so. Okay. And sky attack or flamethrower. Okay. I like flamethrower if they dive you, right? If their team has like a lot of dive and you have an attacker that you need to kind of sit on. And sky attack better if you need to like engage. But sky attack's also pretty much always good too. Nice, good mana. What do I think they'll nerf with the removal of EX label? Probably some Miraidon nerfs. I think the rest they'll probably keep as is though. I think the rest can probably stay as is too. Like, they'll all be good Pokemon, don't get me wrong. but I don't see them nerfing them. I'm definitely gonna cancel my membership. I'm not keeping it. Already canceled it? Yeah, makes sense. Don't see much value in keeping it. Can't cancel a membership if you never had one. That's fair. Yeah, my main purpose of the membership was to have a more economical way to get gems. And honestly, I'm just lazy to charge gems, so it was like a convenient way to get gems. And then I was like, oh cool, I get some hollowware that, you know, is limited time, like limited time purchase. So it was like really good value. But with them nerfing the gems, nerfing and removing the hollowware, like, I'll just buy gems when there's something I want to buy. Like, you know, they had an opportunity to have consistent revenue from a big portion of their player base, and they just decided to just get rid of it for no good reason. One of the most bizarre things I've seen a company do in a while. Not enough healing. That in your survey response? It's good, it's good. They think it gave too many gems. Just can't imagine that they could feel that way. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know. The thing is it's like the best money to gem, like, you know, dollar to gem ratio out of anything else, but you can only get so much of it, right? There's no other, like, you can't get more of it, which is what keeps it balanced. And it's also like, you know, recurring revenue that they can rely on, which is important for companies, you know? They can show that, like, okay, you know, we have like, you know, 10,000 members or whatever. This is how much money we can count on quarter to quarter. It's not 20 a week, it's 20 or 200 a week. It's, you can bank up to 200, so you don't have to claim them every single day in case you miss a couple of days. It's also a way to get people to log on regularly, you know? It's something in there. Oh, why would you ice fang him away from the whole team? Fine. We're gonna die or get really low. Oh. We would have just one-shot the Gudra and the Ice Fang, but he just pushed him away from everyone's damage. But I mean, we also just didn't press ults. Like, our Desi was ulting in a bush. 29 didn't ult, our Mamo didn't ult. I could have had a better ult. I hit 2 people. We're definitely behind. A shot to try to push. Yeah, some of the hollower was fun to get too, right? Team's giving up. Yeah, replacing it with the scam, it's just so bad. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with them. I would say if you spent money on the game before the membership update, it was probably a good idea to have the membership. Like, it was the best way to spend money in Unite, bar none, for sure. Right? You get the membership, the gems from the membership give you the battle pass, right? And you get so much value for, you know, $12, $13 a month, whatever it works out to. No one but new players need emblem pulls. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what their deal was. Yeah, I mean, there's good changes coming for sure. Like, really good changes. It looks like they're willing to rework older Pokemon that have abilities that are kind of outdated. To be honest, all the reworks, like, we're gonna get reworks in every patch, and they're gonna be reworks of what the China version already has. So probably in like a patch or two, you guys will see a rollout rework. And they're slowly just gonna do all those reworks over time. I don't remember what all of them are, but there's a bunch there out there. That about rollout? It still bounces off walls. It's still cool. I bet it was probably harder for them to program that move when they first wanted to come out with it. So they just went with the bouncy bouncies. Finally getting a route to Pangolier. Oh yeah, I mean, a lot of games have those kind of that kind of rollout basically. Right, where you can like kind of control it and it bounces off walls. Really want a Gengar rework? Yeah, Gengar could probably get us like a rework for sure. Especially with Darkrai coming out, it feels like Darkrai is just a Gengar but better situation. The Chinese rollout, like, you can kind of control, it's like Covet on Gradient, where you can control it, but the turn speed is slower. And then but instead of like Covet, where it doesn't have any interaction with walls, you can still bounce into a wall to change the direction you're going. A Gudo in Honorary Kings is a rollout like that. I see. Black's passive, yeah. There's a lot of stuff that they could do. Boon Meow. M the Awesome. Can I jungle, bro? Leftover Sylveon, Spoon Meowscarada. Oh. Sylveon's the type of Pokemon that has so much healing in their kit as long as you're dealing damage, that Leftovers is just one of the most, like, is Leftovers on Sylveon gonna be the deciding outcome of our game? No, right? Is Spoon on Meowscarada gonna decide, like, do individual items have that much of an impact on the actual gameplay? No, right? I could probably win over half my games with just 2 items equipped. But it's more indicative of the decision making that goes into it, right? Like, it's like It's like wearing, you know those hats that they used to make kids wear in the 80s or whatever in school? I forget what they're called, like the pointy caps if you were being a dum-dum. It's like wearing one of those in Unite. It's like bucket hat, dunce cap, yeah, those things. It's like that. It's like, it's just showing that you have no idea what you're doing. This Mamo's being aggressive, though I like it. Ledge bomb looks good. You guys want to know something funny? I don't know if this game was on the main broadcast. It was probably on like the B stream, which not a lot of people knew about. But LG, the way that they got knocked out of groups, I feel bad talking about it because I was sad when they lost. But when LG got knocked out of groups, like they won their game against Legacy, but then they ended up getting 2-0'd by one of the weaker, like lower seeded APAC teams, a team that like not a lot of people had on their radar, and that team didn't realize that they were still in the tournament. They literally thought that they had gotten eliminated, and they were just playing for fun against LG on the B stage, and then they just ended up 2-0ing them. And both games they had a sludge bomb Venusaur that absolutely just went insane. Like, he actually just destroyed them, like, single-handedly. He was like, what he was doing was, Overlord was playing Volt Switch Zera, and whenever he would see the Volt Switch happen, he would put his Sludge Bomb on the actual Pokemon, like on Zera, and then have his beam ready to either beam the Volt Switch location or beam the Zera, right, in a line. And he just farmed them. But that's kind of what ends up happening. If you play like off-meta stuff, the other off-meta stuff can counter it. What was this Zera all about? So, Toon was playing a bunch of Zera bot instead of like the bot lane attackers in scrims, because the bottom lane attackers kind of sucked, right? Like, what are you like, other than like Inteleon, there's not really like a lot of good characters, Inteleon and Cram. I think he just started kind of playing it because he was bored for fun, and then they were winning with it a lot in scrims, so they just kept playing it until he wanted to play it on stage. And I guess LG caught wind of that, and they also wanted to do it. But the thing is, it's like, it works a lot better for Nouns than it does for LG. Because on Nouns, Toon is like the attacker player, right? So he doesn't actually take a lot of map resources and team resources up. He kind of just, you know, is expected to do damage without any help. Whereas Overlord, you know, he's cracked at the game for sure, but they kind of play the game around him. And Zera is much better if the enemy team wastes stuff on you and your team doesn't waste stuff on you, and you kind of just like, you know, you have like positive trades in that way. I don't know, it didn't really work for them the same way it worked for Nouns. I've ejected that. And to be honest, Mamo was used over Wiggly is so much better. Yeah, I also think that you probably know more than the best players in the world. I agree with your opinion on that. Makes sense. Like, I think you're probably right. A Pokemon that got picked by 0 teams at Worlds is better than the Pokemon in the same world that won Worlds in the winning games. That makes sense to me. Can look way more polished on it. Yeah, I mean, So I think Toon was maybe arguably better on Zero, but it's not like Overlord's bad at the Pokemon. He's good. He's really good at it. It's just, I don't think it suits their team style very well. Like, it's much better if he's on like a way harder carry Pokemon like Zoroark, not Zeraora. A bad beam. Otter was playing odd. Yeah, I think, you know, I think they had a bad day for sure. But it's tough, right? You know, like, you don't get like a lot of shots. Like you get like one series where if you play bad, it's all over. Like, I don't think a lot of people, maybe like a lot of you guys might think of it this way, but I think most people would agree that if you look at the teams that finish 1 through 16 at Worlds in that order, aren't necessarily the teams that are 1 through 16 in the world. I think it'd be unreasonable to think that that's how the game should be perceived, right? I definitely think that the team that won was the best team, which is good. But do I think that, like, you know, I don't mean this about any particular team, right? But does the team that came second, are they the second best team in the world? Does the team that came third, are they the third best team in the world? They were the third best team, kind of, in the tournament, not really, right? It also depends on how the brackets line up. So you say every year? Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of just how it is. Now, you just have to accept that as fact, though, because Worlds is one day, and that's just how it is. You can't discredit the people that did well, for sure, but to say that the other teams are bad because they place lower is ridiculous, right? Like, these are still the teams that made it to Worlds in the first place. And they only bad because of huge egos and lack of teamwork. I don't know if teamwork is the way I would put it. I think NA's biggest downfall is that they didn't have good practice. And the reason why they didn't have good practice was because people hate each other for no reason. Like, I'll talk about it now. Right? Hold on, I gotta ult in this fight. A nice ult. Oh, he's... Brother, man, there's 4 people dead. Nice. Yeah, I'll talk about it now, but all the NA teams literally weren't scrimming each other. Like, none of the 3 NA teams, maybe G, no, I don't even think G did. None of them were scrimming LG, right? Nemesis, I don't know what their deal was, but they, you guys remember I was talking about there were teams that were like, you know, being kind of munka, shady with the other region teams? That was Nemesis. I don't know why, right? Like, I speak to all the players individually. They all seem like nice people, or the ones that I did, right? I don't have any beef with people in general. But Rex is just like, I don't know, they're like sharing VODs with the LATAM teams, getting the LATAM teams to scrim the NA teams so that they can They can take VODs. Even Orange Juicers just refused to scrim LG because Kratos didn't like the people on LG because they used to be on the same team together and they left. Or I don't know, maybe he has other reasons to dislike them, right? Not my place to say why people's intentions behind stuff, but I will happily share that people just didn't scrim each other. Like, so imagine going to Worlds, right? 2 months leading into Worlds, all the other regions are practicing against each other to get better, and your region is not practicing against each other because they want each other to lose. Pretty good Venu game. Like, it's just sad. Sharing VODs to help someone get better. Sharing VODs are from practice environments when the expectation is that it's a private practice. That's BM, right? You know that, bro. You don't have, like, if two teams are practicing against each other and one team takes the VOD and gives it to another team, that's giga unsportsmanlike. Why do you think? Otherwise, people would just be like, why wouldn't I just stream every one of my scrim games, right? There's like a level of expected privacy that you have, and to breach that without discussing it with the other teams is incredibly bad-mannered. If it wasn't a bad thing, why do people do it in secrecy? If you share VODs, your team should be blacklisted. I agree. I agree. It doesn't happen when it happens in other esports, people are very upset about it. If it happens in real professional sports, people get fined for it. Like, it's just unsportsmanlike. I don't know. There's a lot more that I have no reason to talk about because I'll probably like butcher the explanation, and I don't want to, I don't want to paint a bad picture of people without getting the stories right. But
Dan, you should switch. You should switch so that way you can hurry up and pick Ho-Oh. And I think whoever is first or second should let Dan pick first, just so he can get Ho-Oh.
There you go, bro. But he has Shell Bell on. Classic N excuses. Fact is, server bad. Okay, man. It's not like NA won Worlds 2 years in a row. And I don't even... Am I making excuses? I'm explaining why they're bad. LG, not NA. Okay, but the years that LG won Worlds, were they the undisputed best team in North America? Was that what how the seasons looked? Did they just win every single tournament and then also win Worlds? Is that how you guys remember it? If LG were in OC, doesn't make OC the best region. It would. If LG was if the team that wins Worlds loses to teams in their region, but then goes on to win Worlds, that makes that region the best region. What? What's wrong with sharing VODs? Because when you scrim another team, the expectation is that it's a private environment, right? Unless both teams agree that you want to stream the scrims and it be public, that's fine, right? But there's like a unspoken or even like a verbal kind of spoken expectation of privacy that the style of playing, the drafts you're going to be playing, your rotations are something that you're practicing, and they should not be shared around. Like sharing screenshots of DMs, exactly. OC is actually bad because the problem in describing, most people want each other to lose. I mean, any region that has that kind of mentality is gonna suffer. Why not double elimination? I mean, it was kind of double elimination in the sense that 2 teams made it out of groups, right? See, like on day 1. So they moved the safety net from the bracket stage to the group stage, so that the day 2 could be more exciting. But I think the better solution, which hopefully we'll get now, is that there's just 3 days of Pokemon Unite, and you can have 2 teams make it out of groups into double elimination. But I don't know. I think it still might be single elim. And it needs to be completely overhauled if they want to win Worlds. I think people are also overreacting a little bit, to be honest. Like, if we go back, right, and evaluate what happened during the season, like, 2 teams from the NA, 2 players from the winning team got banned. 1 player from the 4th best team got banned, right? 1 player from the number 1 seed, or, you know, whatever you want to say, didn't play most of the season. Like, a lot of the good players that were in NA just didn't play. So it's going to take time for the talent to develop again and to get back. And then on top of that, there's obviously other issues. But like last year, LG almost lost in groups to India, and they won off of a Ray flip. Right? If they had lost and another region had won Worlds, it would be 1 flip different, but people would have a much different interpretation of the region, right? Like, I think you have to have a bit of an eye test. Like, LG obviously were the best team, or one of the best teams at Worlds last year, but they could have lost, right? They very easily could have lost, and what would that mean? Like, it would just change how everyone would perceive the region completely. People just want to like and hate on it. Yeah, it's true, you're right. I think that's just a very American thing to do, right? I think maybe like 10-15 years ago, a typical American thing to do would be to be like proud of your country and to be like very patriotic. But I think a very modern American thing to do is to hate America. Like, just like ignoring video games as a whole. I think most Americans like to hate America. Which is kind of sad, right? Like, I mean, I get it, right? I don't blame people because I kind of get it. America is kind of shitty compared to what it used to be. I don't know what our Scyther's yapping about. But yeah, this thing where people are like retconning NA not being the best region 2 years in a row because only one team gets to win Worlds. Which team is supposed to be the best region then? If it's not NA, like, which one was it? The teams that didn't win Worlds? I don't know. NA and Unite seem to have too much pride. What are you Bro, Ton before the tournament started kept telling everyone how he's the best player in the world and that Flash's tier list had him rated too low and he's gonna prove the world wrong, right? Like, he was also prideful. He won, right? But when NA wins and they're prideful, it's a problem. When other regions win and they're prideful, it's cool. Like, people just like to hate. APAC was the best region last year. I mean, I just disagree. But it's like, you know, it's a matter of opinion. I would say that if a region wins Worlds and their region was close to begin with, right? Like, the team that wins Worlds isn't winning consistently in their region, but they won Worlds pretty dominantly, it probably means that that region produced the best talent that year, right? Which was true for Japan this year. Like, Japan had very close games between all the top teams, and then the best Japanese team also won. Han also got disqualified from Worlds last year, right? Because he broke his headset on stage after being warned twice. Like, how can people actually unironically say that NA's too prideful? Like, it's just, this is how gamers are. Like, gamers are crazy, schizo players. Which is fine, you know? Like, if you have the gameplay to back it up, more power to you. Beautiful Machamp ult. Bro, Dragon Ball Z Project Multi is going to blow this game out of the water when it comes out. Alright, Moosetail Matthew. I want you to come back a year from now. Set an alarm on your phone 1 year from now. Do the OK Siri set an alarm reminder 1 year from now. And then you can come back and tell me how popular Dragon Ball Z Project Multi, you know, is then. Because every time a new game comes out, everyone's like, oh, this game is way better than Unite. But then everyone just comes back and still plays Unite. It's fun you're playing the beta. I believe you're having a lot of fun. I hope you are. Am I coming back too? I don't know. They realized the other game doesn't have Pikachu. Exactly. LG was 3rd seed NA last year. Yeah, and then they won. So I think that probably is more telling for NA being a strong region than anything else. I feel like this Moosetail Matthew guy is some controlled opposition. Were you sent by Dragon Ball Z here? Try to infiltrate the Pokemon IP? You're giving me some controlled opposition vibes. Get it. Yes, yeah, I felt like it. You've been caught. Put your hands up, buddy. Honestly, not a great game for Voltaggel Pikachu. It's an okay game, but they have Submission and 2 long-range characters. Thunder Thunderbolt would have been better. Damn, he got banned. Unlucky. Imagine they turbo buff Pika's damage. I saw El Chico Eevee post something about Pikachu getting like movement speed when it casts Will Tackle or something, like something from the Chinese version. You'll have to go read his Twitter. I don't actually remember what the change was, but I think there's some changes coming to Pikachu that the Chinese version has, allegedly. Okay. We still have Ho-Oh. These on puffs are going to Africa. And Ald's backing out back too. Team is hitting it. I don't know about just donkey flipping it, guys. Okay, we lost it. We're in the lead.
Independent.
We donkey flipped it. One thing to remember is expressing confidence isn't always arrogance or pride. Yeah, I mean, it's a matter of semantics, right? Like, I think you'd have to understand what people mean by pride. Like, I don't think being prideful of stuff is necessarily bad, right? you definitely have to be confident as a competitor, and it's fine. And even if you take like the definition of prideful as being a bad thing, it's still not bad as a competitor. Maybe it's bad if you're playing the game for fun to be like prideful, but you're prideful and you're good at the game, right? Like imagine every single team at Worlds is giga prideful. The one that wins, people will be like, oh, that's so cool. And all the ones that didn't win, everyone be like, they're cringe. But in reality, they're all really good players and good teams. That's okay. Killa, thank you for the tier 1. Welcome back. After volt tackle of low movement speed boost. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. It's kind of like Graham has that like on the plus upgrade for Hurricane, right? Where you get a move speed boost. But yeah, I think this whole like giga hating NA and trying to change history on NA not being the best region, the first 2 worlds, is kind of ridiculous. What do you think about Otter getting blasted for dancing in Worlds? I think people definitely had some people definitely didn't like that he danced. It is what it is. I don't know. It was a little, you know, like a little shake. All the pros were like, Big Uzi went on stage, the world would be a much better place. I would bet you that a lot of people would say that NA's cringe for stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's cool to be hype on stage. More than a shake. It was like a little shake. People seem to only like shy gamer boys. No, I think it's just a vocal minority thing. I think that people that dislike that kind of stuff are just loud about it. And I don't think there's not much more to it.
Sup, Indy. Hope you had a great time getting drunk in Hawaii.
The real William Afton.
Thank
you for the tier 1 sub. Getting drunk in Hawaii. I don't think I got drunk in Hawaii. There was one night where I went out and I definitely had drinks, but I don't think I was ever like, you know, I didn't get blasted. I definitely didn't get blasted at all. I stayed very responsible. Yeah, welcome back, bro. Thank you. Legacy lost 2 games by 7-8 points. Bro, the way that Legacy lost was so sad. I remember watching those games. Especially the second game where the Dragon Knight, there just so happened to be money on the top side of the map where the Ndidi spawn. So the Dragon Knight broke the top pad, walked to the Ndidis to go farm them, but there happened to just be more money there. And then get that, and then barely get his cap off with the shield. That was just insane, man. Nouns losing by 2. Yeah, but the Nouns losing by 2 happened because they lost Ray and then did a repush. And then didn't get enough on the repush, right? But yeah, that was also pretty insane. I feel bad for Legacy though. Like, I don't know. They had like an issue on stage. I don't know how much of it I should talk about. And people at the venue talked about it a lot, so I might as well be shared on stream. I don't know which player I genuinely don't know which player it was. But one of their players, I was like really nervous, I think, for being on stage, and they had like a panic attack. And they had like, that's why there was like a delay between the games. They had to like they had to take them out backstage. Which sucks, you know, that definitely can happen to people. Like, I don't fault the guy for it, but it sucks that happened at Worlds for them. He's okay now. He's okay now, as far as I know, but that's what the delay was about. I didn't know until like a bunch of people came up to me and told me. Hope they're okay. Yeah. We need a stream that isn't a solo queue one. You want me to 5-stack? I might play some 5-stack later today. I don't know if I'll be streaming though. What up, Reason? How you doing, bro? Can't wait for this game to grow more. I genuinely think when the Chinese version, like that game mode, gets implemented to this version of the game is gonna pop off way more, guys. I know like a lot of you might be afraid of change and you're scared that they might ruin the game. And maybe there's like a part of you that really likes Unite because Unite isn't you know, it's like a fixed timer game and you're like worried that the changes are going to take away from something. But I promise you the game is going to do so much better. Like this way of playing the game is not sustainable. Like you can only play this version of the game for so long before you just get bored. Right? Just sitting around hoping that you win Ray, like in solo queue, like legit. I met people at Worlds, first time playing Unite on the side event stage, right? And you know, they experienced within on some of their first games of winning all game long and then losing Rayquaza, and they're like, this game is sucks. You could just win all game and then lose to Rayquaza and then you lose the game, right? And just imagine how many new people try out the game and that's their impression of it, right? It's right, like if you play the game more, you know it's nuanced, you know you can still win the game, but at its core, that's what the game is, right? Like it doesn't really matter what happens in the early to mid game in solo queue games. Any game can just get flipped. So if they get rid of that and it's like, you know, all the people that tried out the game get to hear like, oh, you don't just auto win by Zapdos, you don't auto win by Rayquaza anymore, that's cool. Like imagine how much better that would be for the game. Previous Ray was well balanced. I don't think so. I disagree. The simple thing is that you could be hitting Ray, right? And we saw this happen. This happened to Orange Juicers at Worlds. They were winning the game, right? They were winning the fight. They're hitting Ray. They have really good odds to be able to secure it. They have Candle ult, they have Gardevoir Unite move, and Inteleon auto-attacking it, whose snipe shot's getting blocked, but he had auto-attacks. You know, Gardevoir damage on it, an Umbreon hitting it, a Mime hitting it, and the enemy team's Candle burn tick secures Rayquaza. Not the enemy Candle's flamethrower, not his basic attack, but his burn tick that he put on just happened to get it as it was getting low, and they lost the game. And I mean, if that didn't happen, they win the set. That was game 2 and they're up 1 game. You know, and their whole tournament run is different. And like, you know, in competitive games, the impact of it's definitely less. But just imagine like being like a new player or like relatively new player, like how many times can you handle that? If you're not really passionately into the game, like a lot of us here are, because like a lot of us really like this game, right? You're here watching a stream, you know, for better or worse, you genuinely like this game enough to be here. Think of all the people that aren't gonna give it a fair chance because it's just the concept is not cool for them, that you could just lose the game from losing Ray. You meant Ray from a year or 2 ago, but that Rayquaza is no different than this Rayquaza in the sense that you could lose it to damage over time, just randomly. Maybe we're just hate watching. I mean, that's some impressive hate watching for sure. The HOTS point capture method, yeah, that would have been cooler. But I think with the new changes, right, the new game mode, the impact Ray is gonna have will be much less, or Zapdos. which is good. Ray actually had HP, sure, but if you're like, if you need to do Ray to win the game, right, to secure the game, so you don't just lose it, and you can lose Ray to like someone just leaving damage on it, or a Slowbro scald after the Slowbro's dead, it's still gonna feel awful. It might not happen as often because the game won't get flipped, but bad stuff, like the game can just, you can just lose the game for no good reason in that iteration of the game as well. Hoping to get out. If you love to hate watch, is it really hate watching? True. What if you hate to love watch? What does that mean then? Or like double? It wasn't double. It was like 40% more, which is a lot. It definitely was not double. Yo, Derry, what's up? Thank you for the 3 years of subs. Welcome back. Glad you can meet me. Yeah, you're from Hawaii, right? Are you on a different island, or you weren't able to come out? How do you change Ray? Isn't a necessary thing. Well, in the new game mode, it's the way Ray. It's gonna be Zapdos again, but it's not. You capture it and then instantly all the goal zones are broken. I think Zapdos is gonna spawn like Rotom or Regieleki, and you have to like push with it or something, and then it casts a spell on the lane to break the tower. So, you know, and also the game doesn't instantly end at 10 minutes. So if you were winning all game and you lose one Zapdos, doesn't mean you just lose the whole game. You have another chance. So. You didn't know you had to sign up for a spectator 2 months prior before the event, and you hate being around Waikiki. That's fair. Yeah, spectator passes were tough. Like, I got a bunch for people that I knew, but it was a mission. Not gonna lie. New game mode is for ranked. It probably will be in the future, not yet. I think they said next year spring. Thanks, we got wished. Oh, they just have half. They still had a chance to win, but I guess they didn't want to try it. Their Hoopo's 0-0. I mean, they were having a rough game. He kind of cooked them. Who's my widow, not cup? Lontiak, welcome back with the tier 3.
I wish they brought back the interviews.
There was one interview. They had one interview. I'll try to go. If someone has it clipped and you could send it to me, that would be nice. Otherwise, I'll go through the VOD and try to find it. And I'll upload what I said to the YouTube channel, so you guys have it. You miss it? I don't blame you. It was like one segment of the stream, like one small one. They're probably trying to not add you to payroll. I didn't get paid for any of the stuff I did at NAIC, which I don't mind. Like, it's not, they brought me on as a guest. Well, I didn't get paid for the NAIC stuff, but I did get paid for the regionals, like the actual interviews. I did get paid for that. Near the end, yeah, it was near the end of day 2. Oh, Okay, also, let this be a lesson for you guys. I met some, you know, poor mom at the venue on day 2 of Worlds, and she had like on her phone, she had a Worlds ticket, you know, ticket. And she's like, hey, how do I get one of those badges? And I'm like, oh, you have to, you know, have either had a friend as a competitor who got you one, or, you know, won the lottery online. And she's like, oh, so I guess this thing I have, and she shows me her phone. Do you think I got scammed? And it was like Pokemon Unite admission, or no, it said like Pokemon Worlds admission quantity 1. And it was something that some guy photoshopped on Reddit and sold it to her for $100. And she's like, I've been trying to get a hold of the guy on Reddit that got it for me, but he's not responding. I think I got scammed. And I'm like, you definitely got scammed, lady. I'm sorry. And she was there with like her like 4-year-old daughter. And I was like, man, I wish I could get you into the event, but I literally, I can't give my competitor badge. There's nothing I can do. But it was just depressing. Like $100, someone photoshopped a fake ticket, sold it on Reddit. So for you guys, do not ever try to buy a ticket from someone you don't know. Like I bought a spectator pass for one of my, you know, from one of my friends that was local in Hawaii that wanted to show up. I bought it off a TCG player, but it was a TCG player who was like relatively known. So I knew I could trust them. And even to them, I only paid like 45 bucks. But yeah, don't go on Reddit and buy a ticket for $100. Amp Float Gutra. They're cooking. Shell Bell Serena. Smile. Listen to this. There was a player at Worlds that was playing Zen Headbutt Gyro Ball. And apparently that's all he plays. I don't remember which team he was on, but apparently there was some player that played that. Honestly, he was kind of cooking. I still don't think I would ever play it, but he was kind of cooking. He cooked it. It's good. It looked like it was not bad for sure. It's definitely a very sticky kind of build. I think I like the damage reduction from Magnet Rise too much, but not play it with Gyro Ball, but they're definitely cooking. Look, Zen Headbutt's a good move. Like, the fact that you can hit it on a speedster, and they're basically, like, you know, once it's connected, they're getting hit by it, is really good. Yo, what up, Mazo? Baby Mazo, baby Mazo, baby Mazo. Now you have to play it. I'm planning on doing like a bunch of the Worlds builds maybe tomorrow or the day after. I'm still a little bit sick, and I haven't streamed in 2 weeks, you know. I gotta get my gaming stamina back. But I'm like, I can't just be home and not stream. Like, I miss streaming too much. So I'm not gonna do a long stream today, but we'll definitely have a long stream in the next couple days. You hit Zen Headbutt, you can gyro while doing it? That's pretty cool. I didn't know that, actually. Yeah, the Unite move is pretty cringe. How did I get sick? I don't know. I just don't do well in, like, hot weather. I'm from Toronto, and I don't go outside a lot, right? In Toronto, it's only hot, like, for one and a half months of the year. And then it's, like, pretty chill. So the heat, I don't do well with heat. I'm better now. Like, I don't have, like, you know, a lot of symptoms or anything. But I'm still a little sick. Was it COVID? My assumption is that it was COVID, but I didn't get a test. Because Palace got sick after, and she had COVID. Like, she tested positive. So it's likely I also like I gave it to her. But there's no way to know for sure. That X speed it is. Oh. Hopefully my top lane wins, but my jungler is Shell Bell Serena. Remember when it was called the coronavirus? Yeah, why'd they name a virus after a beer? Isn't that weird? The Serena won? I mean, I would hope so. Their jungler is just sitting bot. Shell Bell good into this comp. Imagine if the Shell Bell was a focus band though. Wogage. Grew up in a city called Corona. So what you're saying is you made the virus. Not cool. Why'd you do that to us? Under microscope, the germ has a crown. Corona. That sounds like fake news. You don't live there anymore? Okay, respectable. Alright, I'll play the Zen Headbutt Rise build, or Gyro build. Oh, that's cool. You can cast the Gyro Ball mid thing. It's kind of nice. How's their Urshin? Oh, it's their jungler. I didn't get the shield there. Lexi only got a 1 over, but we gotta dump my points. Let's go farm these bees. Bring a Corona beer shirt right now. I have one of those shirts. Did your auntie get yours for you too? I get most of my t-shirts. My auntie gets them for me. Even this shirt that I have on, this black shirt, my auntie got for me. Modelo Rona. Little Pokemon Infinite Fusions kind of angle. See you later, Big Bob. We got him. You don't know Mewtwo and Mew Emblem give you cooldown reduction? Thank you. I knew that, but thank you for telling me again. I like using my ult to just guarantee an execute, you know? Trying to get the 3-man ult, it's too inconsistent. This way you get most of it back anyways if you get the KO as well. Bees spawn at a specific time during the game timer, so watch it. Oh, thank you. Anyone else have any more knowledge? It doesn't have to be new knowledge, apparently. We're just sharing stuff that, you know, we know already. He confused rated me onto the guy. Did I already talk about Worlds? I'm talking about it, you know? It's a work in progress. I don't like how my map mobility is like less if there's there aren't things that I can farm off of. Oh, disable I jumped bot. Okay. I'm gonna farm my 13. It's too late for me to ult here. Closing a lid in a porta potty will redirect the smell to the outside. Wait, really? Wait, is that how that works? I didn't know that. I tend to not use porta potties. They kind of freak me out. I don't have like claustrophobia or anything, but just the idea of being in a small little room where people poop freaks me out. Is that reasonable? FYI, at the 2-minute mark, a giant green lizard spawned in the center. Oh shit. They're in the bush. Why didn't you tell me that instead? Help got interrupted. We're chilling. Fine, my screen out Shellbell's got it. Liquidation, so we don't have to worry about a snipe. Eee. Some of the lids actually say close the lid for proper ventilation. I didn't know this. Arena with rapid fire scarf's fun. Shellbell's crazy. I mean, look, if you want to play attack speed Serena, it can definitely work. Whatever. Shellbell Serena is just a waste of an item slot. If you really feel like you want the CDR and you refuse to just play an attack speed item to get more resets to get CDR that way, you would go amp. But having a stat on your item that does nothing for you, the 2 stats basically, because one of them scales off special attack, the other gives you special attack, is just, you know, that's bad mumbo jumbo. Did you know knowledge makes you smarter? That's actually not true. Knowledge can definitely make you dumber. Scoring a goal gives you a stack only if you're playing a stacking item. What's the short form of compact discs? I believe you're thinking of DD's nuts in your mouth. Am I right? Rear over. If you're gonna hit me with the D's nuts joke, you gotta work harder than that, buddy. Who do you think invented all of these? It was your dad. He taught them to me. Who is my best friend? Probably your father. Joe Mama. Knowledge makes you arrogant. Knowledge makes you, you know? Oh, you know what I watched on the plane? How many of you guys have seen Avatar: The Last Airbender? Atla. I finished it on the plane. Best, honestly, one of the best series of all time, no? I mean, I know I'm like about 20 years late, but I did finally finish it. It's incredible. Yeah, it's actually amazing, no? Who hasn't is the real question. Okay. I'm a little late. The cartoon, yeah, I'm talking about the Nickelodeon show. The Netflix live action, the one that came out recently, is what got me into it, but I went back and rewatched it all. I mean, we can talk about spoilers because it's like, it's a giga old show, right? It's Pog though. Who's the next Pokemon coming out? No, one of them is a mythical. It's Armarouge, then Darkrai, then Psyduck. In that order. If seen it and finish it, you wouldn't watch it again? I would watch it again. I would watch it again. The old James Cameron Avatar movie, that's a different Avatar. I mean, the Avatar with the blue people would have made sense to drop Psyduck after Worlds for marketing reasons. You're not wrong, but who knows? Like, maybe, you know, maybe there's like different development cycles. But Psyduck right after Worlds probably would have been optimal hype. Yo, what is my scissors build? Leftover spoon floatstone? Why is it ever like, how do all the redacted players know how to swap? I swear, like, the only people that know how to swap are the giga redacted people. Scissor is like the type of character that needs to stay in combat. Its entire power level is it being in combat. I got this support ass build on too. I gotta change it. Where's my spoon? This. Good luck, Indy. I'm the gold badges. This guy's gonna be gold badge, isn't he? Okay, he's no badge. Oh, green badge. Like a mid-battle snack. Oh. Who's my widow, not cup? Nope. Bagel, welcome back with the tier 3.
I could had 3 babies and 2 months into my 4th.
I could have had 3 babies and 2 months into my 4th. I think you might have done the math wrong there, buddy. Right? I mean, I don't know how babies are made, so I don't know either. But I think you might have done the math wrong. Probably like a lot, by the way. Okay, though. We still respect you. My Wiggly not contesting. It's a Magikarp and a Cinder, bro. Oh, I thought he was gonna use his boosted auto to stun him. Oh, I guess if you're confident that there's gonna be some twins involved, it's not as wrong. I just walked into it. Gamer. What is it? Incense? Cursed incense? It's like a pot. It's like your spells make the enemy team drink some tea, but the tea actually is bad tea and it reduces their healing. The tea is sinister. Exactly. Thinnest tea. I hate our Wiggly, by the way. Our bot lane also giga lost. Oh, I mean, it is our spoon leftovers, floatstone scissor. Hate is a strong word. Yeah, well, strong word for strong feelings. Did you know you can ping thanks to say thank you to your team? Oh. Let me take the lead. What is this symbol doing? We got a free evolution. What are they doing? I guess Zera's gonna kill me. Would have been nice if we Wiggly ulted, but it's whatever. Our Wiggly got a triple kill, they're the best. Incense is how babies are made in the mainline games? Oh, incense. Oh. That's what I said, incense. We're gonna ignore what that sounded like. You know? Delete the VOD. What did I just read? Who said that? That was almost retracted. It was definitely retracted. Guys, I'm just reading the chat, okay? Not me. It wasn't me either. Did you know you can like the stream? Yeah, exactly. If you're watching on YouTube, you can like the stream. Better to, yeah, we won't blame me for that. We'll blame chat for sure. Oh, what's up, 12? Oh my god. You're a bug fan? What's your favorite bug? Don't say the scissor, because he's not being a good boy. Let's watch him take this fight. He's popping off. Who do you think can sing Slay better, Jigglypuff or Chansey? Probably Jigglypuff, right? Just statistically. Can Chansey even learn sing? Oh, it can, I'm pretty sure. Got eject still. It looked like the guy wanted it to walk. Do you think a lot of players will retire? I think some definitely will. As they do every year, right? You don't see every player come back. Some will retire, new players will join the scene. It's the circle of life. You guys want to know one of the first things I saw when I landed in Hawaii? It was a scorpion in the airport. It freaked me out. I landed, I get off the airport and walk into my baggage, the baggage claim area, and there's just a scorpion chilling. How is that allowed? And apparently there's like centipedes and millipedes stuff and like all these other bugs around too. All I saw, the only things that I saw that were munka, I saw a scorpion and I saw a lizard. I saw multiple lizards. Is the scissor doing good? No. Both in, like, you know, they're not doing good for this world and they're not performing well either. What's wrong with lizards? Just scary, I don't know, man. I don't like small stuff. Like rats. Oh, I saw a rat too at the mall. That freaked me out. Or a dead rat, I should say. Yo. Oh, I guess it's just donkey flipped. I should have broken the guy's shield, my bad. I don't think it would have mattered, but I sort of should have broken it for sure. Did I go to the beach at all? Yeah, I went to the beach one day. We had the drone show. I streamed it. I don't know if you guys saw, but I streamed it on Twitch. The VOD is up. It was on the beach. The drone show. The Cinder's scoring more too. Are competing again this year? I haven't, you know, I'll make an announcement. I haven't fully, you know, figured things out yet. But I know a lot of people are curious, rightfully so. Did I get Uli Cup keys? I did not know. Did I get a tan at all? I don't know, what do you guys think? I think I'm a little bit tanned, right? I look a little tanned. Guess scissor damage. Probably like 37,518. That's a little high. A little high. 30,734. Oh, Lychee got it on dot 30K. What do I think of the new UCS changes? I think the season starting earlier, good. More lands, good. NAIC being a more inclusive global event rather than just the NA's regional finals, also good. Right? Those are all really good changes. The points being attached to teams instead of players. I don't know how I feel about that yet. I think that's a little munka, right? Is it all 5 players need to stay on a team to retain their points? What happens if a team is doing really well and one of the players decides he no longer wants to play on the team? Is the team just screwed? Like, let's just say one guy is like, screw you guys, I'm leaving. I don't give a shit. Are they just completely screwed? Or do they still, or does the team get to hold the points? If so, who holds the points? Is it a captain? Okay, if it's a captain that gets to hold the points, do they get to just kick a player? Right? What happens if you play half the season and you're like, oh, I don't want to play with you? Or, right? Something that will likely happen or could happen, right? Let's say there's a player that's banned at the start of the season and they get unbanned halfway through. What if a team plays with 5, kicks someone, and then someone gets unbanned and they add that player to their team? How is that fair for the guy that was on the team? He just loses all his points? So, I don't know. I don't know how they could balance it well. I honestly don't think there's a way they could do it well. Everyone keeps saying that, oh my god, it's going to fix all the issues in the West. People are going to be forced to stay together. But to me, it just seems like it creates more issues. I think it's worse, to be honest. But I haven't made like a stance on it because I want to wait for clarification. Scissor is a new player. It's a new account. Is it a new player? I don't know. Oh. Oh, God. That might be the lowest I've seen all season. I might die after seeing that. This is 400 games, 43% win rate, and probably including a crap ton of bot games. Because their account only has 800 games total. So this is their climb through expert, veteran, ultra, masters. So it includes a crap ton of bot games. Which means that their win rate against humans, unless they lost their bot games, is probably in the 30%. Huh. Someone in Masters who had a 17% win rate on guard in 900 games. Stuff like that, people are just trolling. That's just people trolling. All right, let's see what their equivalent low MMR player was, right? So, like, you know, this is like, the lobby is sorted, you know, these are a duo queue, right? So the stacks are always on top. And then it's the solo queue players by their MMR. So that was my lowest MMR player. Let's see what their lowest MMR player is. Still negative, I guess. I feel like one was a lot more than the other, though. My theory is it's a small child who shares an account with their sibling and parent. I'm be honest, kids get better at games a lot faster than adults do. My prediction is that it's an adult that has a job. Probably their boss hates them, right? They come home. They got no friends. They don't have a streamer that they watch, right? So they're not a part of any community. They just come home. They have no one that they speak to. None of their energy actually gets out into the world. And they play leftovers spoon scissor. Yeah, they don't have a Pookie like you guys do. Imagine not having a Pookie. Kids are actually good at games? Yeah, kids get good at games pretty fast. They play with no stress, just having fun. I think they probably play with a little bit of stress. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna hop off. My throat is getting really sore. I'm gonna chill for the rest of the day. I will definitely be back tomorrow. If I'm feeling up for it, we'll do a long stream tomorrow. Otherwise, sometime next week, we'll do a big stream. And I'll try out a bunch of builds from Worlds. Maybe we'll do some VOD review of some of the games as well. If there's any games that you guys are really interested in watching, just link them in the Discord and we can do a VOD review from them. Or if there's any matchups you want me to go and find, I'm sure I could probably go and find the VODs on the B stream from them. But yeah, I'm going to hop off, guys. W stream. Thank you guys all for watching. Thank you all for the subs and the follows and whatnot. And I'll be back soon. Goodbye.